Hello, I'm here in the bank with my dear boss, Emily, aka Pandora, the manager of the Bankers Guild.
Hello.
It's Sunday, which is the perfect time to chat to you because you're completely frazzled, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Anyway, let's talk bank, shall we?
The Bankers Guild is where you can come and collect your in-game resources for Menhirs Fate. The idea of this here is it's completely an IC encounter, so you can come and queue, be entertained, see things happening, come into the bank, talk to a bank teller who will then find your account and get your resources that you require.
So from our perspective, what's the purpose of having an in-character bank?
At the end of the day, players have to get resources one way or another, and I just figured it was about time that it was done in character.
So this was your idea?
It was a shared idea.
It's a shared idea, but you're not going to take full credit?
No, not
okay.
at all.
You don't have to go over the hedge to go and collect your resources. You don't have to queue in a car park. You can do that in the field, in kit, with your friends, having fun, being entertained by the world around you. And that is really important to us here at Menhirs Fate.
So we have a queue system, which is splitting up the numbers, their account numbers, from two ranges over there. And then they come up to the desk, and they usually do withdrawals and deposits.
Yes.
Right? So the easiest thing is like, what is your account ID? And then we go get their wonderful little portfolio,
Yes.
Which is their bank account, essentially, open it up for them. Inside is a nice little slip that you designed. You talk about it.
Yeah, inside is they've got an invoice which specifies all their different resources and how much they have. It has their name, their nation, basic information that would be helpful to us, and also allows them to put a signature or a password against their account as well, just for added additional security.
Fraud prevention
Fraud
scheme.
prevention,
and
it's
also
important.
allows friends and comrades to
Come get their pack in case they need to. Yeah.
Yes.
Every single event there is a new invoice. I love the idea, with it being obviously kind of a paperwork-based system, I love the idea of those invoices kind of stacking up a little. I feel like quite often players don't get to see what they've done previously
Yeah,
unless
it's
it's
a little
electronically.
admin journey, right?
It's a little admin journey,
Yeah.
so it's nice to see the kind of pages stack up and see the progress that they've been making and the development they've been making as well. So.
The benefits of keeping your money in the bank means that once Sunday hits, you can deposit all your funds, you don't lose it at home. But you also get entered into our in-game lottery, where one person wins one legend as long as they've left something in their account for the next event. This will be announced through the event at the next game. Depending on our time scale, we'll send out a team to find you, let you know you've won, and set up the time for us to meet you and give you a very large check saying you are a legend, come into the bank and please claim it. At which point we'll give you a single legend coin, a lovely gold coin.
And so everyone picks a resource when they create their character, and one of them is money.
Yes.
Money basically means you get more money, and that's all this coin scattered in front of us. This is the most disorganized the bank's ever been, I just want to say.
It really is.
We've got all our coinage here, and we go get the coins for them. They can withdraw whatever amount they want. They don't have to take out everything.
Don't have to withdraw if they don't want to. Sometimes they just come and ask what's in their bank.
Yeah, absolutely. They just want to know their statement, which is fair enough. But yeah, they not only store coin, they can also store magical things as well. So we've got flickers, which are cards, and they come in all the different elements: air, fire, earth, water, and spirit. And same for essences, which I know these very well.
You do.
Because I molded thousands of these. But again, same elements. These are more powerful. And what are these used for?
So they're used for the magical side of the game.
Not eating.
Not eating, definitely not eating.
Not eat.
I did have someone try that and they said what would happen if I ate one, and I said that is a bad idea.
You're eating resin. Out of character, you're eating resin.
You're eating
in
resin.
Character,
in
that
character,
is a
it's still a
distilled
bad,
magic.
It's still a bad idea.
Yes.
So yes, it's used for magic and enchantments basically. It's the resource for those. Obviously, there could be coinage as well involved if it's a transaction between two people. But to perform things like weavings, there is a cost, and those costs are the magical elements of the game, which is the flicker and the essence.
Yep.
Roughly 5-ish flicker to the power of 1 essence. So
Right,
essence
yeah.
is a lot more powerful.
Yeah, very much more. So you get less of these, more of the flicker in your resource choice. Also, you can make apothecary and enchanting items as well.
Yep.
with them, and I'd like to talk a little bit more about the more complicated things that happen in the bank. Let's talk about build projects.
You are also able to have meetings with bank managers such as myself. You can discuss build projects from religious shrines that your devoted gods, or even military resupply buildings where you may be able to affect the world in a greater way.
Yeah, so you can put money into it, right?
Money,
Lots of people can contribute to said project. That project becomes a lovely printout that we either put on the boards up there or down here, right?
Yes, so we have the partially funded builds available in the middle of the bank.
And you can
then
peruse the fully
funded ones are usually on this lovely desk over here for people to peruse, or mainly to look through to then upgrade. Because just because it's fully funded doesn't mean that's it. They can then upgrade those builds again and again and again to make them have multiple purposes, more powerful, depending on
And they do
what the build is.
have genuine effects on their game, right? It's not just a money pot.
No. So there is a variation between the effects that builds may have, depending on the type of build and its purpose, but essentially it ranges anywhere from narrative effects all the way through to mechanical effects in the back end of the game. But you're not allowed to know about what those are.
No, you have to find out.
Yes.
But you have a little meeting with one of the people here at the bank. You schedule it in on the board. You pay a little bit of admin money because you've got to process these things. It's a valuable time, right?
It is a valuable time.
And then that goes away, it gets processed, and you come with a breakdown of how much it's going to cost, right?
Correct.
Sometimes there's different tiers, so you can have the very bare minimum of the build project, but if you invest this amount, you'll get an even better one, and even more interesting things could happen, right?
Yeah, you could make a church out of wood or a church out of marble. It's going to cost more. I have to get the marble in, my builders, then you're paying.
Exactly. So we work all that out with you. So come with a cool idea and we'll flesh it out, right?
Yeah.
If you have an interest and you wish to do that, come and talk to one of our tellers. You can book a meeting, they'll sign you in, you can find your own personal favourite bank manager. You may not want me, you may want one of the other lovely managers here, and you have your favourite, and we want you to do that. It will create a great bond between you as a character and us as a bank manager, and hopefully that relationship will develop over time, and with that you'll gain extra game and extra fun through it. I think my favourite build that's been pitched currently is a herbivore dinosaur egg hatchery / stable. Mostly because the interaction I had with the individual who wanted to put this forward was so enthusiastic and overwhelming. I was sat there being like, I can't not allow this. This is crazy. And then I was like, work through what they wanted this thing to kind of do, and every step they were getting more and more excited that this thing was going to happen. And then I'm like, right. So there's the financial cost of building this thing, and then I'm also where is it going to be built? And they're like, in Hammerstedt. Well, Hammerstedt doesn't have dinosaurs. So all of a sudden I'm now going, right, well, you need to go talk to the Adventurers Guild to go find these dinosaurs, and you need to go to find some Erdreven who are going to let you go through their lands and capture some of these dinosaurs or dinosaur eggs, and all that needs to be worked out at a later date. But here's the financial cost of that, and you go off and go have fun. And then they immediately, almost immediately, 20 minutes later or so, came running in with 3 Erdreven being like, they can search our lands.
So that's one of the cool things. The other thing is joint accounts.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
Joint accounts, it was something that I knew was going to happen. It was something I didn't expect to have as many of. But
there's a lot.
Amazingly, the people of Haven love to collaborate and work together. So as a bank, we allow for joint accounts to happen, so the players can come together, create a contract, allowing withdrawal and deposit between different people. Additionally, that gives them a vault safe bag for their group, in addition to a personal one as well. And it also allows them to submit other contracts in there. Basically, as an admin hub, we will keep those things safe, and we witness and sign off over those contracts as people of neutrality as well. So it's a really great space for a large group of people to come together and have a neutral person witness everything that they're doing to make sure that there's no disputes.
Very useful. So if you didn't know that existed, you do
does.
now.
It does.
You do now.
Other things we do in the bank includes a auction, which happens at 7 PM on Saturday. This is where you're able to enter items you've made, enter items you have, put a reserve on if you wish. Any money you make from this will be put straight into your account, which you can then claim at any time after the auction. You're able to gain resources or knickknacks from this that people have put in themselves, and us as a bank will be putting items up for auction. These may include hand tools, flicker, essence, and weird combinations, and we'll let you try and work out the maths of trade on that.
I think that's everything. I think we covered everything for the Bankers Guild. So,
No, we haven't.
what do you mean?
Well, you've got wills.
Okay.
There's also the bank vault.
Oh, yeah.
There's also the fact that we are OC God as well,
Oh,
so we're a
that's
safe
true.
place for players to come and ask questions.
But this could be hours long.
It
We
could
do
be
so
hours
much for the
long.
Bankers Guild, so you're going to have to come to the event and find out. We deal with death, and lots more. So come on down to the Bankers Guild.
We'll be happy to help.